Alrighty, let's get started. So we're going to start, we've got our mat. It's a non-equipment class. Just lie your mat out nice and flat. You're going to stand at the edge of it. We're standing with our feet hip width apart. So we want our ankles in line with our knees in line with our hip bones. Alrighty. Arms along by your side. You're going to take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to nod your chin to your chest. You're rolling one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. If your hamstrings are tight, just have a slight bend in the knees. Touch the ground, and then again, exhale. You're going to restack that spine. So you're going to initiate that movement from your lower abdominals, and the last thing to lift is your head. We've got two more like this. Inhale here, and exhale. Nod your chin to your chest, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. A slight bend in the knees if you need, touch the floor, and then think about scooping up from the lower abdominals as you restack that spine. Make it a nice fluid motion. We've got our last one here. Inhaling here, and then exhaling, nodding your chin to your chest, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. A slight bend through the knees. Touch the floor, and then let's restack, drawing in those lower abdominals and restacking up nice and tall. The last thing to lift is your head. Nice, guys. So we've still got our feet hip width apart. We're going to come into our squat position. So we're just warming up the body, getting our heart rate up, inhaling to bend, and then exhaling, squeezing up. So driving through the heels and making sure that we've got even weight through all 10 toes. And also through the heels. Using your breath, inhaling and then exhaling. As you bend down, keep the knees in line with your second toe. So they're not flaring out to the sides. We're keeping good lower leg alignment. Working through the glutes, we've got 5 to go. Exhaling as you drive through the feet. We've got our last 4, 3 to go, 2, exhaling, and our last one here. On this next one, I want to challenge your balance. We're coming up. You're going to lift up your heels, lower the heels, and then bend through the knees. Exhaling, driving up, lifting up the heels, nice and controlled, bending through the knees. Think about drawing in the abdominals, and you're growing taller as you reach up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are down, chest is wide. Nice, guys. We've got 5 to go. Using your breath. We've got our last 4, holding nice and steady, 3 to go, working through that ankle mobility and flexibility. We've got our last 2, driving up nice and high, working through those calves, last one here, bending through both knees, holding it here, tiny little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, driving up. Nice, guys. Can you walk your feet out now? So you're going to have a slight external rotation coming from the hips. So toes are tracking out at 45 degrees. From here, we're coming into our wide squats, bending and then extending. If you need to, you can walk your feet out a little bit further. We want a deep squat and to really open up the hips as well. Using your breath, inhaling and then exhaling. Heart rate is getting up. We're warming up the body, getting that blood pumping at 8:30 in the morning. Nice, guys. Inhaling and exhaling as you come up. Good, we've got 5 to go. Nice. Our last 4, driving through those heels. 3 to go, 2, and our last one here. Again, we're going to add in that little heel raise. So lifting up the heels, controlling the ankle mobility and flexibility, bending through the knees, and then again, exhale, lifting up, lowering down, bending through the knees. Legs are long, legs are strong, tummy is pulling in, shoulders are down, chest is wide. Exhale, drawing up. We've got 5 to go. Using your breath, we've got our last 4, 3 to go. Nice, guys. 2, and we've got our last one here, lifting up those heels, lowering them down, bending through the knees. We've got 10 pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6 to go. Our last 5, 4, 3 to go, 2, and 1. Drawing up all the way, and let's walk our feet back into hip width apart. All right, you're going to bend through both legs now. Your upper body is leaning forward, hands are on your hips. I want you to shift your weight over onto your left leg. With your right leg, you're going to extend it out to the side and then draw it back in. So you're exhaling, sending it out to the side, inhaling, drawing it in. We're keeping the weight over on that left leg, so you're going to feel it through the quad. It's a nice little burn, opening and closing, opening and closing. We've got 6 to go. Using your breath, we've got our last 5, 4, we're not shifting our weight, 3 to go, 2, and 1, drawing that right leg in, transferring the weight over onto the right leg now, keeping the weight there. We're extending the left leg long, drawing it in. Exhale, extend it long, inhale, draw it in. Keep that bend through that right knee, using your breath. Chest is wide, shoulders down, smiles on the face. We've got 5 to go. Our last 4, 3 to go, 2, and our last 1. Good. Transfer the weight back over to that left leg. You're extending that right leg long, draw it back in. Now can you extend it behind you and then draw it back in? So we're going out to the side, back in, and then out to the back in. Keep that bend through that left leg. Nice, guys. Working just that right leg, holding nice and steady. Pelvis is still and we're tracking forward. We're not opening it up to the sides. Nice, guys. Sending it out behind you. We've got 4 to go. Keep that bend through the left leg. We've got our last 3. Using your breath. We've got 2 to go. Nice, guys. Almost there. And our last 1 here. Sending it out to the back, drawing it in. Transfer that weight. We've got the same deal on the left-hand side. So sending it out to the sides. In, back, and in. Out to the side, in, back, and in. Deepen that bend through that right leg. Nice, guys. Using your breath. We've got 4 to go. We've got our last 3. We've got 2 to go. Nice, guys. Whoop, hold steady. And our last 1 here. Drawing that leg in, restacking up nice and tall. If you need, you can shake out the legs. All right, on this next one, I'm just going to face over to the side so you can see my form. But we're going to send our left leg forward and our right leg back. From here, we're bending through both knees. Hands are still on the hips. I want you to keep the lower body nice and steady. All we're using is our upper body. So you're going to feel this through your left glute. Alrighty, from here, keep that bend. Inhale as you send your upper body forwards, and then exhale as you restack up nice and tall. Keep the belly drawing in, away from your t-shirt. Inhale, send it forward. Exhaling, restack nice and tall. We've got 6 more here. Using your breath, holding that bend. We should be feeling it through our left glute. We've got our last 5. Exhaling, drawing up. We've got 4. Shoulders are down. Chest is wide. 3 to go. Exhaling, drawing up. Our last 2. Nice, guys. And our last 1 here. Restacking up nice and tall. Send yourself forwards again. We're going to draw that right leg in. So you can add in running arms. Opposite arm to opposite leg. We've got 8 to go. Our last 7. 6 to go. 5. Work your arms, work your leg for 4. 3. Bend deeper through that left leg for 2. And our last 1, draw it in. Restack up nice and tall. Let's switch over to the right hand side. Right foot's forward, left leg's behind. Bending through both knees, hands onto the hips. And remembering, we're feeling it through that glute, the right glute. Holding steady through the lower body. From here, we're inhaling, sending ourselves forward. And then exhaling, drawing ourselves up. Ooh, hold nice and steady. Inhale. Sending ourselves forward. Exhaling, drawing up. Think about drawing your belly button to spine. Shoulders are down. We've got 5 to go. Bending a little deeper through the legs. We've got our last 4. Inhaling. Exhaling, driving up. We've got 3. 2 to go. Keep drawing that belly button away from that t-shirt. And our last one here. Nice, guys. Lean that upper body forward. Hold it here. Run in that left leg. Working the arms and the legs. We've got 5 to go. Our last 4. 3 to go. 2 and 1. Standing up nice and tall. Good, guys. You should be feeling it through your legs and your glutes. We're coming into our curtsy lunges here. So these are one of my favorite moves because they get, number one, your heart rate up, but also you can really feel it in the glutes the following day. So start with your feet in first position. So heels are together, toes are separated. I want you to extend your right arm and your right leg. As you do that, your left arm's coming out of your shoulder into a nice T position. So this is our position we're working with. From here, you're going to inhale, step your right foot back behind your left leg, draw your right hand towards your left ankle, and then exhale, drive through that left foot, come back into that original start position. Inhaling, coming down, exhaling, driving up. Make it a fluid motion. Really work that left glute. Inhaling, coming down, exhale, driving up. We've got 5 to go. We've got our last 4. Left arm still reaching out towards the side. We've got 2 to go. And our last one here. Coming down again, we're holding it here. Imagine you have a little button. You're pressing that button for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to go. Our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Driving up nice and tall, finishing that off and swapping over to the other side. Nice, guys. We should be feeling it through our left quad, our left glute. Now we're coming back into that first position. We're extending our left arm long, left leg long, and our right arm is coming into that T position. Inhaling, stepping back. Drive through that right heel as you exhale and draw back up towards center. Exhale, driving up. Inhaling, tapping that little button. Exhaling, drawing up. Working through that right glute. We've got our last 5 here. Controlling that movement. 4 to go. Right fingertips are still reaching towards the opposite wall. We've got 3, 2, and our last one here. Coming down again halfway. Touching that little button for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Driving up nice and tall, finishing that off. And shaking out those legs. Nice, guys. All right, last little bit here standing before we come down onto the mat. We're coming into our modified burpees. So this is still designed to get your heart rate up. And from here, we're going to extend our arms up towards the ceiling, raising our heels. Lower everything down, place your hands onto the mat, and step 1 foot out at a time. Coming into a high plank position, draw both feet back in, reset that spine, reach up nice and tall, lift the heels. And again, let's repeat that. Hands are coming down to the mat. Step out your feet 1 at a time. Draw them back in, reset tall, lift up the heels. Make it a little bit quicker now. Stepping out those feet, drawing it in, restacking, lifting up the heels. 5 to go. Using your breath. Our last 4, strong through the arms. Stacking up nice and tall, we've got 3. Lifting up those heels, we've got our last 2. And our last one here. Drawing up, coming back down towards the floor. Step those feet out. We're holding a high plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Come back into a child's pose position. Extend the arms out long in front of you and take a deep belly breath. Inhaling for 4 expanding that rib cage, and then exhaling, releasing everything. And again, inhaling, and then exhaling, release everything. Walk your hands over to the right hand side. Bring your left hand on top of your right hand. And again, deep belly breath here. Inhaling, and then exhaling, release. We've got one more breath here. Really breathe into that left rib cage. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Walk your hand over to the left hand side. Place your right hand on top. Really reaching at that stretch at the right side. And again, inhale. And then exhaling. Release it. One more. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Release. Nice, guys. Bring your hands back through center. And then re-stack up nice and tall. So on this next one, we're going to come into a prone position. We're working through our dart. So that's to work all the posterior chain, the back extensors. So I want you to come down onto the mat and lie yourself all the way down. Bring your heels together, and we've got energy through the legs. We want to feel really anchored through the legs. And with your pubic bone, really press it into the mat. So you're supporting that lumbar spine. With your hands, you're facing them down towards your hips, and the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. I want you to roll the humeral head back. So the shoulder blades are coming down the back, and I want you to lift up your hands and your forehead. So you're inhaling here, and then you're exhaling, lifting up the back, keeping those legs connected, the feet connected, and then you're going to roll yourself down. So you want energy through the arms and energy through the back and the legs. Inhaling here, roll the humeral head back, exhaling, drawing up. Nice, guys, getting that lift. We've got 3 more like this. Inhaling, and then exhaling, drawing yourself up. Our last 2 here. Inhale, and then exhaling. Nice, guys, getting that release. Try and shine that chest to the opposite wall. Our last one here. Exhaling, drawing up, reaching those fingertips back, and then lowering yourself down. Nice. You're going to draw your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. We're coming into our swan position. So you're going to exhale, lift yourself up. You're going to press, extend the arms long. As you do this, your hips are going to lift off. And then you're going to slowly roll yourself down, pubic bone by the ribs, sternum, and then the forehead. So it's a nice Mexican wave movement. We want to see that movement from the head first, then from the sternum, ribs, pubic bone lifting off. We've just got 2 more like this. Really extend those elbows, working through the whole back, pressing those elbows, pressing the palms of the hands into the floor, and really extending long for our last one here. Pressing up, lifting off those hips, and then rolling ourselves down. Nice, guys. Pressing through both palms. We're going to come into our cat-cow position. So 4-point kneeling. Our shoulders are in line with our wrists. Our knees are in line with our hips. If this is too much on your wrist, you can come onto your fists or down to your forearms. I'm going to come into that nice high position, and we're just going to draw our belly button to spine, really press through both hands. Inhale here, look towards the navel, and then exhale, release everything. Inhale again, look towards that belly button, really press through, and then exhale to release. We've got 2 more like this. Get that stretch. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Our last one here. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Release that tailbone. Nice, guys. Walk your knees back a little bit further. We're just going to come into some modified push-ups. You can always do push-ups with your legs extended. Otherwise, you can cross the feet over. You're going to press the hips forward. From here, I want you to bend at the elbows, send them out towards the side, draw the chest towards the ground, and then exhale, draw up. Inhaling, and then exhaling. We've got 5 more here. Bending through the arms, Exhaling, drawing up. We've got 4 more. Holding steady, nice and strong. We've got our last 3. Exhaling. 2 to go. Inhaling. And we've got our last one here. Inhaling and then exhaling, drawing up. Nice, guys. Well done. You can roll out your wrists if you'd like in one direction and then roll them out in the other direction. Get that release. Now we're going to sit back onto our bottoms. Our legs are coming out in front. Well, our feet are coming out in front. We want them hip width apart. With our arms, let's take them out in front. We want to lift up the spine, so we're reaching our fingertips towards the wall. And from here, I want you to roll off your sit bones. So think about flexing the spine, draw your belly button to the spine, and we're going to roll off the sit bones as far as we can get to an abdominal shake. And as you get to that point, you're going to exhale, scoop yourself back up nice and tall. Inhale again, roll off the sit bones, draw your belly button to the spine. Come to that point where you're shaking. Exhaling, drawing up. Keep reaching those fingertips to the opposite wall. Inhaling and then exhaling. We've got 5 to go. Holding steady. We've got our last 4. Keep rolling off those sit bones. Legs are nice and quiet. 3 to go. Deepening that abdominal scoop. 2, keep reaching those fingertips to the wall. Draw the spine up nice and tall for our last one here. And then exhale, scooping up. Good, guys. Roll back again. You're going to hold this position. Can you open your right hand out towards the side? Look towards that hand. Exhale, draw back through center. Inhale, open out towards the left. Exhale, back through center. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And then exhaling. 6 to go. Our last 5. 4 to go. 3. 2. And our last one here. Hold it here. Tiny little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to go. Our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself down all the way. Nice, guys. From here, we've got our legs bent. Arms are out at 45 degrees. You're going to float both legs into tabletop. We're coming into our toe taps here. As you inhale, you're sending one toe away from you, one foot, and then exhale, draw it back through center. Inhale, send the other leg away from you. Exhaling, drawing back. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Holding nice and steady through our abdominals. We've got a gap between the small of our back. Our pelvis is nice and still. That's not moving. It's just our legs that are working. And our lower abdominals is controlling that movement. We've got 4 to go. Our last 3. 2 to go. And our last one here, coming into our double leg toe taps. Inhale, send both legs away. Exhale, drawing back. We've got 5 more. We've got our last 4. Drawing them up. 3 to go. 2. And 1. Draw the legs into tabletop. With your hands, you're going to start to draw your upper body up. Lift the hands off. We're reaching our fingertips towards the opposite wall. We're going to start pulsing them. We're coming into our hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Draw up a little bit higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Halfway there, you can extend the legs up towards the ceiling. 60. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. You can just send the legs away from you. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80. We've got 20 to go. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Beautiful, guys. Draw the legs in. Just wrap your hands around the shins. We're coming straight into double leg stretch. Curl yourself up a little bit higher. Extend the legs, arms and legs out. From here, you're holding the legs here. You're going to circle the arms around, wrap around the shins. Inhale, extending everything long. Exhaling, drawing everything in. We've got 5 to go. Drawing up that little bit high. We've got our last 4. 3 to go. 2. And our last one here. Hug those legs in close to your chest. And then lower everything down. Nice, guys. Just separate the feet and draw them a little bit closer towards your pelvis. We're going to come into our bridging, so really work through that spine. Hands are on either side of you. We've got that neutral spine. You're going to exhale, imprint that spine towards the mat, and then press through both heels. Drive the hips up nice and high, and then lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Release that tailbone at the end. We've got 4 more like this. Squeezing through those glutes, sending the hips high, and then think about drawing your belly button to spine as you roll all the way down. We've got our last 3. Working through the back, and the backs of the legs and the glutes. 2 to go. Pressing through those heels. Hips are up nice and high. Drawing your belly button to spine, roll all the way down. We've got our last one here. You're going to hold your hips up high, just come down halfway, and then exhale, squeeze through the glutes. Inhaling, and then exhaling. We've got 5 to go. We've got 4, 3 to go, 2, and 1. Keep the hips up high, lift up the heels. We're coming down halfway again. Exhale, driving through the balls of the feet. Exhale, drawing up. We've got 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels down and then roll all the way back. Release the tailbone at the end. Nice, guys. Extend the legs out long. We're going to come into our rollovers here. So with the rollovers, if it feels too difficult to draw the legs up, float the legs up to a 90-degree angle with the body, just bend through the knees, draw them into tabletop, then extend the legs long. From here, we're going to prep with 3 little rocks. You're inhaling, sending the legs away from you, and as you exhale, I just want you to scoop the legs back, lift up the tailbone, and then come back to that 45-degree position. We've got 2 more. Exhaling, drawing up, and we've got our last one here. Exhaling, scooping through the lower abdominals. Alright, so on this next one, we're coming to the real deal. Inhale, send the legs away from you. And then exhaling, you're going to send the feet up and over the head. Whoops, my legs are too long here. Flex the feet, separate the legs, and you're going to roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Once your tailbone connects to the mat, point the toes again, circle the legs around and down, come back to that 45-degree position. Then again, send the feet up and over. Keep the legs together, flex the feet, separate the legs, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your legs to that 90-degree position, point the toes, circle around and down. We've got 2 more here. Keep the feet together, flex the feet, separate the legs, roll down. Control that movement, point the toes, circle the legs, sorry. Last one here, up and over, flex the feet, separate the legs, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, point the toes, circle around the legs, draw the legs in together, give yourself a little rock from side to side. So that's some deep abdominal work, nice inversion, rock from side to side, rock on the small of the back, in one direction, and then over to the other, and we're going to come into our book openings. So lying onto your right hand side, your right hand or right arm is going to support your head. Hips are nice and stacked here, we want the knees together. Extend your left arm long. Inhale, you're going to look towards the left fingertips, and you're going to draw them up on the ceiling. You're going to open up your chest, keep your hips forward, and trying to get that left shoulder blade onto the ground. Exhale, draw back through center. Place that hand onto the ground. You've got 2 more like this. Inhale, reach that arm forward, opening up, getting that stretch at the pecs, the back. Exhale, draw back, We've got one more like this. Inhale, reaching that arm forward. Placing that shoulder blade onto the ground, opening up the back. Exhaling, drawing up. Last one here. We're going to circle that left arm above our head. Try and place that left shoulder blade onto the ground. Keep the hips tracking forward. And then exhale, draw back through center. Nice, guys. Swap over to the other side. So you're going to get that nice book opening stretch there. Bend through both knees. Keep the hips stacked. Support the head with your left hand. With your right arm, send the arm forward. Inhaling, draw it up and over so you're painting on that ceiling. And then exhale, get your right shoulder blade onto the ground. Open up that chest. Inhale, draw back through center. Exhaling, drawing those fingertips up along the ceiling. Shining that chest. Trying to get that shoulder blade onto the ground. You might find that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. Exhaling, reaching those fingertips, look towards that hand. Get that release. Inhale, draw back through center. On this next one, we're going to circle that right hand above our head, aiming to get that right shoulder onto the ground. Circle that hand down and draw back through center. Nice, guys. Lying onto your back, you're going to extend your legs long, and with your arms, you're drawing them over your head. We're coming into our roll-ups to finish. You're inhaling, you're going to float your hands so they're in line with your shoulders. Once they come in line with your shoulders, you're going to nod your chin to your chest. Think about drawing up from the belly, keep rounding the spine and drawing that belly button away from the t-shirt. Reach the arms forward and then re-circle up nice and tall. Draw the belly button to spine, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, draw the hands over. Exhaling, float them in line. As they come in line with the shoulders, start to scoop up. Restack up nice and tall. Lower yourself down. Relax the hands over. We've got our last one here. Exhaling, drawing those hands in line with the shoulders. Scooping up, using those abs. Stretching out. Restack. Rolling down, controlling that movement. Keep those fingertips reaching towards your feet. You're going to draw the soles of the feet together here. I want you to place one hand onto your belly and then the other hand over your chest. We're going to come into our box breathing here. So you're inhaling for a count of 4, then you're going to hold it for 4, and then you're exhaling for a count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, inhale. Let's hold it. And then exhaling. Then again, inhaling. Holding that breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. One more like this. Inhaling. Holding that breath. And then exhaling. Releasing everything. If this feels comfortable, you can stay in this position. Otherwise, you can extend your legs out long. But keep breathing. And as you're breathing, I want you to think about 3 things that you're grateful for. It might be grateful that you've got your health, grateful that you've got shelter, grateful that you've got food. And after you've thought about those 3 things that you're grateful for, I want you to think about 3 things that you're looking forward to. So it might be looking forward to going for a walk with a friend, or looking forward to a FaceTime session with a friend or family member, or you're looking forward to baking something today. Keep breathing. And then finally, I want you to think about 3 things that you've done well today or this week. So one of them might be attending this class. Exhale. yourself release. Just keep thinking about those thoughts. 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're looking forward to, and 3 things that you've done well. Slowly draw your attention back to your breath. Draw the knees in together. Place your hands around the back of the thighs, and you're going to slowly scoop yourself all the way up into seated. You guys are all finished for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed that session, got the heart rate up, worked into